It wasn't supposed to happen like this. Not here. Not in a place where everybody knew your name, your face, your story. Because Oblock wasn't just a location. It was a system, a code, a place where loyalty meant everything. And betrayal, that didn't exist. Or at least, that's what people believed. But on December 13th, 2021, in the middle of a courtyard, in front of people who had seen everything, something happened that would leave even Oblock questioning itself. This wasn't just another shooting. This wasn't rival gangs. This was something different. Because the man who lost his life that night wasn't just anybody. And the name being tied to it years later made it even harder to understand. Before the headlines, before the charges, there was a name buzzing in the drill scene, Munna Mond. Real name, Jamond Brown, a rapper coming out of Chicago's South Side, connected to one of the most talked about places in drill history, Oblock, a neighborhood known for producing stars, but also known for something darker. Mond wasn't just making music, he was living what he rapped, tied into the culture, the streets, the alliances, and if you followed drill closely, you know Oblock wasn't just one group. It was layers, cliques, inner circles, and Mond, he wasn't on the outside looking in. He was part of it.
Yeah, well, welcome back, Shoebox. You know what I'm saying? Welcome in, Munna Mond. These the younger guys from Oblock, right? So you know, the whole world's so infatuated with the community and Chief Keef and King Von and all that, you know.
Yeah.
But y'all like from the younger generation, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's start there, right? Tell us where you from.
From Oblock, 64th King Drive.
Word.
Yeah.
So is that somewhere you've been like your whole life, or did you move there at a later age?
No, I've been there since, my whole life.
To understand what happened, you have to understand where it happened. Oblock, Parkway Gardens, a place where history isn't written, it's lived, where names carry weight and affiliations can define everything.
Back to that breaking news live from Chopper to a mass shooting. At least 6 people shot. This all happening at 65th and King Drive in Parkway Gardens. CBS 2's Charlie DeMar is live on the scene. Charlie.
Erica, good evening. Yeah, we are at 65th and King Drive at the Parkway Garden Complex. You can still see police are out here. A number of residents are out here. Initial reports coming in, at least 6, possibly 7 people shot. The age ranges of those people ranging from 14 to 23 years old. We understand that there was some type of gathering in one of the apartments. A number of the victims allegedly found in one of the units, possibly one or more of the victims found outside of the unit. Again, this is still being pieced together, all happening within the last hour or so. We are told that the adults are in serious to critical condition. No word on the condition of those children. We, of course, will follow up and have much more.
Charlie DeMar, thank you.
The Black Disciples, King David, these weren't just references, they were identity. Within that structure, there were smaller circles, groups like Jump Out Boys and the Get Back Gang, a name that says everything without saying too much, a group built on one idea, retaliation. Losses weren't forgotten, they were answered. And in a place like that, lines aren't just drawn between neighborhoods, sometimes they exist inside them. Then there was Aloyisus Boyd, not the loudest, not the flashiest, but in Oblock, that didn't matter because respect doesn't always come from fame. Sometimes it comes from presence.
First you try to smash, she ain't getting love. Still gotta slide.
Gonna grab with a 50 drum.
50 dumb. I can't
Gonna
handle fun.
grab with that 50 drum.
From history, from loyalty, A-Roy wasn't just around. He was known, connected, respected by people who don't give that easily, especially in a place where trust is rare. He had ties to major figures, and more importantly, he had standing. The kind of standing that makes people think twice. The kind that keeps situations from going too far. But that night, something changed. December 13th, 2021. It starts like a lot of situations do. A disagreement, tension building, voices rising, and then a fight in the courtyard, right in the open, people watching, some recording. Because in places like this, moments like these aren't rare. But what happened next, that's what made this different. Because according to what people saw, A-Roy wasn't losing. In fact, it looked like he was winning. And then everything flipped. In seconds, a weapon appears, no warning, no hesitation, shots ring out. And just like that, the situation went from a fight to something permanent, something irreversible.
Who is that? They got.
Y'all wanna talk good? We need 500.
That's a me.
I bet we got 4 parks.
Come bid in. 500 see one park. What do you say, Anderson?
Keisha! Tell them get that outside. Park outside, cause we outside.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Hey, he for the most on BD. Yeah, no.
Hey, put the camera on shot. They say she got a shot. Yeah, that's the one got the shot. They say
Look at him, BD.
What you wrong for now?
Big mom. Who lies this? Me the Munna Mond? Oh, now we coming. Slack members.
One of the big situations that's been going on in Oblock is the whole A-Roy situation. You know, what did you think when you first seen that video, and did you see the video? And what did you think about the whole situation?
Man, you know, I seen the video. I just connected all the dots, Cam. When I seen the video, when I knew who was a part of it, I connected all the dots. You know, when I saw it, it brought a lot of, you know, really much just sorrow to my heart, bro, because I know these dudes, like, and I love them all. I love them all. I've seen them all grow up. I've watched them all have kids, or, you know, I've ate with them, been around them and their families. I got a real good relationship with A-Roy and the guy who, you know, who took his life. And I just, you know, while seeing that, man, I just see like how far away we came from being that block that we was about love. Obviously, we took up ourselves and protected us to the best of knowledge of what we had, which obviously we was in war with those closest to us, which is still self-hate. But at least we had a love for those who was around us. And now I'm just seeing, you know, basically how every man is turning on himself, man, and it just relates back to the Bible, how the things that are about to happen in this end time where everybody is speaking of an end time, it's not nothing new. This ain't foreign to nobody. If you are alive right now to some form of fashion, you've heard about the end times. You heard about what is going on right now. And so it really must just pretty much put that, it made that more clear to me, as though like, man, everybody gonna be going against anybody. These things, these spirits that are looking for people to inhabit, they going into the hood where there's death first. And everybody just turning on each other, but it brought a lot of, you know, sorrow to my heart. And it also brought, you know, a love in my heart for the God that I serve, because, man, I could still be in that same loophole. And if I was in that same loophole, me being who I am, standing on the principle that I stand on, the dude that did that to A-Roy, he would have had to go. Because if you lose a fight and you think that after you lost a fight, it's okay for you to take a man's life because you can't defend yourself physically like that, I take a dislike in the people that, one, you could talk your way into some mess. You know what's gonna be, when you see this person, it's gonna be a fight. So, and like going into a fight, knowing that that with the chance that I might lose, that I might kill somebody, if I do lose or something like that, it's just weird, man. I can't respect it.
What made this case even heavier wasn't just what happened, it was how it spread. Video footage, clips circulating online, people watching it over and over, trying to understand it, trying to make sense of it, because it didn't fit the usual pattern. This wasn't rival gangs, this wasn't outsiders, this looked like something internal. And that's what made it unsettling, because when something like this happens inside, it raises questions nobody wants to answer. For a while, it was just another mystery tied to Oblock, another name, another loss, another unanswered question. But then, years later, everything changed. May 2025, authorities announced an arrest. Jamond Brown, Munna Mond, charged with first-degree murder, taken into custody by a joint operation, Chicago police and the U.S. Marshals. Suddenly, a case that felt distant was right back in the spotlight, and the name attached to it made people stop, because this wasn't just anybody. This was someone from inside.
Munna Mond was arrested for the murder of A. Roy.
Yeah.
And, when I seen you talking about this, I think you took the words right out of my mouth. Like, it would, allegedly, it was done so long ago, you know what I'm saying, and nobody got arrested, and, there was footage of this. I don't know who was on the footage, but there was a video going around, so it was definitely a surprise to hear that.
Yeah, bro, that shit was so weird to me, folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was so shocked. Like, even though, the video exists and everybody feel like they know what they know, of course, but I was shocked to see it come. Like, I'd have thought if that's what they was on, if they was pursuing him, it would have been instantly, I ain't gonna lie, that's why people was, saying that shit was like self-defense, or like most think he was acquitted of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, most people around, like, even, like us, we thought he was acquitted of it. Like, he must have got off on a self-defense murder, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, how the fuck else did it take so long for y'all to do this, folks? This 3 years later, folks, like, you feel me? And not only have he not been, like, it happened later, it's like he haven't been on the run. Like, y'all ain't been looking for this man. He done got caught for other shit after this and had to do time in the county and shit like that, folks. Like, and so it ain't like y'all had a warrant out for him and he was hiding or some shit. Like, he's been in the county for other shit, folks, and he done came home from that shit. Like, y'all ain't charging with none of y'all had him in y'all possession. So I'm thinking that, like, it gotta be over with. You know what I'm saying? So when they came with this, bro, I was over shocked.
And that's what makes this story different. Not just the violence, not just the outcome, but the questions it leaves behind. Because when something like this happens within the same circle, it forces people to look closer, to rethink everything they thought they knew about loyalty, about alliances, about what really goes on behind the scenes. And maybe the biggest question of all is, was this just a moment that went too far, or was there something deeper that nobody's talking about? Alright, y'all, there y'all have it, man. That's the crazy story of Oblock Munna Mond killing Oblock A. Roy, man, and then, getting caught 4 years later. Hey, man, get in that comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Drillers and trappers, we outside trapping and drilling 247. Don't go nowhere. Watch that next video. Gang!